All right, Faraz, thanks for agreeing to chat with me.
Hi, Shihab. Thanks for your time today.
When you told me about your crypto trading, I thought it would be a good idea to come on my channel and maybe share your experience. So my channel, I started my channel like maybe in 2017, just because I'm passionate in personal finance,
Yeah,
and I just wanted to share my journey on becoming financially free. And I'm realizing it's just a journey, you know.
definitely,
There's
definitely,
no
yeah,
there's no destination. Every
definitely, yeah.
time, like for me, it's super important to generate income from my capital. If you have capital, I don't want to just see it grow. I want it to work for me. I want to generate income from it. So I've been trying many things, and the
hmm
last thing I'm doing is selling options. And then sometimes it works well. I'll go like maybe 6 months, it's working well. But
Yeah,
then one bad trade erases everything.
that's
Uh,
true.
so then, but I I really like the concept of selling, so I'm still trying to improve it. But then when you told me how much you're making with your crypto trading, I thought it
Yeah,
would be interesting to share it. I know you do a lot of technical analysis. It's definitely not something I can do, but like I said, I think it's definitely a story worth sharing. So maybe you can talk about maybe your background. Like how long have you been trading? Not necessarily this strategy, but in general, how long have you been trading?
so I started crypto trading around 2016, 2017, when Bitcoin was right at its peak. And the reason why I got into trading was like you said, it's a journey, right? And I wanted to achieve financial freedom as well. And this is something where I felt that this could be the way to achieve that financial freedom. So, been trading for, I would say, over 5 years now, and I've had huge losses, which I'm going to talk about in a while. And because every strategy does not work for everyone, right? So when I started off, I was literally at a zero level. I did not know anything about it. I was just following whatever people were telling me. So I bought Bitcoin, for example, at its peak around $18,000. I ended up selling it at $3,000 and made a huge loss on that. So
So that's not trading,
initially,
though. That's not trading.
pardon?
So that's not trading really. That was more
Yeah,
like
because
investing.
when I started off with the trading, so when you follow things like Twitter and you follow other traders as well, then there was a concept of holding currencies, whether it be stocks, Tesla stocks, Apple stocks, Google stocks, or Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that, right? So and in my journey, I realized that when people say hold something, that is something that you don't have to do it. And you see traders make money. Why they make money? Because they're trading stuff. But holders don't make money all the time. Because if someone, let's say, bought Bitcoin last year for about $69,000 and kept holding it, because at that point in time, Twitter was full of tweets saying that Bitcoin is heading to $100,000, and straight it crashed down to $14,000. So that's what we are talking about. So by qualification, I'm an accountant, and uh, I know the financial markets. I studied a lot. I researched a lot, and just like you, I wanted to build something that works for me. That is like I don't need to do a 9 to 5 job, or and I don't need to work every day. I just wanted to achieve financial freedom. That's it.
And before 2015, were you trading something else, or you just started in
No,
2015?
I just started back in 2016 and 2017. I was not trading anything at all.
Oh, straight with crypto right away. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like back in 2017, there was a lot of hype for crypto. A lot of retail investors did not know about it. The with like if you compare the crypto market or the crypto industry with stocks market, then crypto is relatively very new. So the retail did not know about it at that point in time.
Okay. And then so that was your first sort of strategy. When did you switch, or what did you
So
try something else
yeah,
afterwards?
so like if I tell you like how my journey worked, right? So all in all, I made a loss of about $87,000, 87,000 US dollars, during my trading journey, because as I put it in trading, first you lose and then learn how not to lose, and then you start earning money, right? So $87,000 was a big amount of money, and that was not like in one shot. That was like multiple trades, multiple times. I'm holding the money, bought Bitcoin at the top, then sold it at the bottom. So those kind of mistakes that I did, but then I learned. So I like when you talk about strategies, I follow different strategies. I was looking at RSI, overbought and oversold strategy. Then there's a strategy called MACD crossover strategy. Then there's a strategy of exponential moving averages or moving averages crossover strategies. Now the problem was that all of these strategies were retail-based strategies. If you look at YouTube videos, if you look at all the content that's around us, that's built upon how the retail investors should trade, and that is why we end up losing. I like in my circle, or if you look at the retail investors in general, you will see that 80 to 95% of the retail investors end up losing money, and it's just a fraction of the investors that actually make money in the end. So as part of my journey, I want like I never gave up. I wanted to understand how these things work, because I knew that people make money and people have made huge amounts of money. So that's what it is. So I kept trying. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So even at 80, when you lost 87K, you never thought of giving up?
No, I never, because I knew that even because trading, you could even like start with $500 as well, right? You could paper trade as well. But I like I will be very, very honest with you. I never did paper trading. I always played with actual money, and that's why my losses were humongous, right? I would put in the money every time. My wife used to be very annoyed by me, but that's how it was. And at one time I lost $30,000, and then at once I lost about $27,000. So that's what it is. But when I saw that how the big players trade, and if the retail investors know how they trade, then that's what you need.
So how did you come across this strategy that is working for you right now? How long has it been working for you? Like how many?
So I would say approximately it's been about 19 to 20 months that it's working for me. And I'll be very very candid to say that not any strategy in the world is 100% strategy, right? There are losses. I have losses as well. The key point is that how we manage the risk. There have been times when I started initially into the spot in the futures market, my account used to be completely wiped out. I was a beginner, right? I was a beginner trader. I did not know the importance of putting a stop loss. I would have $3,000 in a trade completely wiped out because there was no stop loss, right? So that's about it.
But how many? So to know if a strategy is working is how many consecutive months of profit do you have with this?
So I have about so to date I have about I would say that consecutive profitable months is about 19 to 20 months that it's working for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since the beginning of those consecutive months, is it the same strategy, or has the strategy evolved in those 19 to 20 months?
So the strategy has evolved. The strategy
in those 19 to 20 months?
Yes, the strategy has evolved, because what I'm trying is I'm trying to be consistent to be profitable on a consistent basis. And so since the last 18 or 19 months, the strategy worked and I was profitable as well. But then what happens is that at times some trades takes longer to hit, right? Than I would expect. So let's say if I'm expecting a trade to hit the profit in about 2 or 3 days, it may take 5 or 6 days. So I tend to play around this strategy and have a refined entries as well. So the strategy has evolved and the win rate has improved as well. So I'll give you an example. So let's say when we talk about the win rate, I know of people where win rate is just about 20 to 25%, but when you see their monthly P&L, that's about 85 to 90%, right? That's because they maximize their profitable trade,
yeah,
and the winners, and they contain their losses, right? So
okay.
even for me, if you see those, so my win rate ranges from about 50 to 75%. but I make sure that the losers are contained within a certain limit.
Okay. Okay. And how would you like? How did you find this strategy? Like,
Yeah.
how did you follow
So
up on it?
yeah. So like I said earlier, that I used to do a lot of research and reading different articles and looking at videos and stuff. So there are many traders globally, be it the professional traders or the retail traders, right? So I came across one of the retail traders who used to talk about the order block strategy. That is how the big players, the institutional players trade, right? And that's a strategy that I worked upon. I looked into that strategy. I studied more about order blocks and how the financial institutions trade. And I'll give you an example. If let's say a financial institution has $100 million worth of Ethereum to sell into the retail market, but they are just buyers who can just afford to buy $15 million worth of Ethereum. So if let's say the big player floats $100 million worth of Ethereum, the market will come down crashing, and he will not get the right price, right? So they have order blocks set. So they will float $5 million worth of Ethereum into the market. When the orders get executed, the price gets back to their desired level. They float another $5 million. So that was the order block strategy concept, which is a smart money concept as well. And if the retail investors understand that concept, then they will be profitable on a consistent basis.
Can you show us on TradingView an example of this indicator?
Yeah, sure. I can share my screen right away. So I will show you this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So the indicator is called money structure market structure break on TradingView. I will remove all these indicators. So you can see, so how the smart money concept works, Shab, is that whenever we are in a down ranging or an up ranging market, right? So let's say that we were in a downtrend here. We know that the market had made a new high here. So when the market structure breaks, that is when the previous high is taken out in the opposite direction. So we know that the market is reversing. So that does not mean the market is reversing in the longer term. Let's say the Bitcoin is at $15,000. So market structure break does not mean that the Bitcoin is going to go to $50,000 per se. It just means that at least in the short term, it is reversing, and we will see an uptrend. Okay. So if let me show you this. So if let's say the market has done a market structure break and it's going up. So what happens is that when the market structure break happens, so it leaves a bullish order block at the bottom, which is this green rectangle. And when it happens, that means that the big players' orders are placed at this level. And if I zoom it a bit, so you can see that the order went ahead, which is right here. The orders were placed in this area. The price action moved up, and then when the price came back down here into the order block, there were buy orders set up, right? So if let's say we had orders placed right above the order block, and we can show you the long position here. We place the stop loss right beneath the order block, and we can place the target profit here, and you can see that the trade worked perfectly well, and the target profit was hit. So that's the concept of order blocks. Now, what happens is that there may be a case that this order block fails, that it does not work, right? So in that case, if the price was to break down, which is basically here, that is, if let's say the price goes here and it closes below the order block somewhere here, then that the order block will become a breaker, and that means the price is not respecting the order block. The order block has been invalidated, and in that case, we will take a short entry, and the price will go straight down. And now, like in the example that I'm showing right now for Atom, you can see that at the top here as well, there's another order block, right? So if the price goes here, then there is a high probability that price will get a reaction. Pardon?
It'll come back down
Exactly. There is a high probability that the price will come back down and go straight.
once it touches it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. I believe you, but I honestly, this is not something I could do myself. But you said I can copy your trades, right?
Yeah, so I have a Discord group, and so I place trade signals in that group, and once I place a trade signal, you could take the trade right away.
How much, like how soon do I have to take it?
So I would say that within like once I place the trade, and because the problem is like if I have someone from a different time zone, right? So like I expect someone to be taking the trade within 10 minutes,
10
because
minutes? Okay.
yeah, so what we do is like I'm not scalping here, right? Let's be very clear, like I don't scalp. I like scalping works for someone, but I don't have the time for scalping, because scalping requires you to be on the screen all the time, right? So that's not something I do. So if I'm giving a signal, so within that entry zone, as long as the price is within that entry zones, anyone could copy the trade and go ahead.
Okay. And you're using Qcoin, right?
Yes.
Can
I'm using in Canada. I'm using Coinsquare. Coinsquare is primarily focused on spot trades, but it does not have the full list of the coins that are available. So I use Qcoin as well.
Okay, but can this be done with any other exchange, or it has to be?
It could be done with any exchange. Like you have Binance, you have Bybit, right? You have so many other exchanges, right? So in Canada, we're not allowed to use Binance, but if in any other country like Europe or any other country, so they could go ahead and use any exchange that they want.
Okay. But eventually, if you have like a lot of people following your trades, can that impact your price? The
No,
price
so
of the
that's a very good question. So basically, if you look at the market volume, right, the coins that I give for trading, they all are like they have a good volume and they have a good market cap size. So all of us are basically retail investors. Even if you have $1 billion of investment, you will still be considered a retail investor. So retail investors can never impact the price by that much. That if let's say I say that you enter Ethereum long now, then you like if let's say 100 or 200 or even 2,000 people enter at the same time, because given the size of the capital, the price will not be impacted by even one person.
Okay.
Now, the only concept is that the reason why the trade hits is that a lot of professional traders are looking at the same time, at the same thing at the same time. So once that hits and you act accordingly, you will be profitable.
Okay. And how much is your Discord group?
So Discord group is about 50 Canadian dollars per month, and if anyone is not making money for 3 months, they will be refunded completely.
Wow, nice. But it's free for me though, right?
Of course. So we started logging the trades since November. So I can show you the results.
Yeah, do you have your trade log there that you sent
Yeah,
me?
I can show. I'm just opening that.
Yeah, let's look at December.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, like, let's say I start with like, I don't know, $1,000, okay?
Yeah.
And I had followed your exact trades.
Can you see my screen?
This is what this is November. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yeah, so this is November, right? So like you can see. So if I were to place the filter here, so I had losers as well. So I had about 10 losers, and then that's about 18 winners. The win rate was about 64%. But if you look at my losers,
yeah,
so the losses were always contained, okay?
Small losses, yeah.
Yeah, so my like the biggest loss I would say that I'm gonna allow in my trade is 25%.
25%,
But if let's say the structure of the price breaks in a way that I know that it's not going to hit the target, we will close the trade earlier. Okay. So So November we had about 800% profit, which was like a crazy month, I must say. So
it's not your regular month though. It's not your
so average is about 100 plus. So 800% means that if you invest $1,000, you make about $8,000. But over
Yeah.
here, Shihab, like the way I have made money and the way other traders have made money is by compounding. So I will talk about compounding concept in a bit. So
Yeah.
if you look at December, so December win rate was about 58%.
Yeah.
We had 10 losers, 14 winners, and the result was about 196%. And January, we don't have we haven't started. Sorry, we haven't completed the month yet. So we have about 87%. 87%.
So let's go back to December because
Yeah,
November I think was a bit crazy. Let's go to November. So let's say I start off with $1,000. Let's
yeah,
go with the idea of what if every trade I go in with $1,000, and what if every trade I go in with whatever's remaining in my account. Okay.
yeah,
So let's start with every trade is $1,000.
yeah.
So first trade I would have made 80%. Is that what this means?
That's right. Yeah,
Oh,
$800.
my 1,000 would have been 1,800.
Correct. Yeah,
So I take out my 1,800 or I leave it in the account, but I don't use it for the next trade. Next
yeah.
trade, another 1,000 risk.
So 150.
Well, it's not risk, but 1,000 capital in the trade, and I make 15%, so I make 150, and then 6% on the third trade, and then then you've got three losers in a row that would have wiped out about 12 and 8, 29, so about $290.
That's about 290. Yeah.
Yeah, $290. Okay, but I did make almost $900 before, so that's fine. And then $11, 11%, sorry, $110, sorry, 360. Okay. I'm trying to see like how
Yeah,
many
you're trying to visualize, right? Yeah.
how many consecutive losses can I afford before my account gets wiped out. But yeah, in the
I would
case
I
of
would
this,
say that 20%, yeah, five consecutive losses.
sorry. Yeah, so I
Five,
could see.
no problem. So five consecutive losses and you're done.
Oh yeah, okay. If they're
Yeah.
all 25%, yeah.
Yeah.
But your worst, I can see here, you've had three in a row, and it was about
Yeah.
how much we said 29% combined. Okay.
That's
But
right.
yeah, so definitely if every trade I go in with $1,000 for the month of December, if I'd copied your trades exactly, I would have had, how much would I have had? How much would I have made?
So that's $2,540.
Yeah, that could have been an extra mortgage payment for sure, man.
Yeah.
All right. Show me
Yeah,
show me January. Okay. Wait, let's do the compounding thing for. All right. Yeah, let's do the compounding.
compounding is crazy, right? So that's what I want to talk about. So,
Yeah, so basically you go into every trade with whatever profit or loss you made from the previous trade. So you always go in with the capital you have left in your account. Yeah.
correct. So let's say if you're going with a compounding concept, then at the end of the month you would be sitting at $4,570.
That's the balance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the balance if you started with $1,000, right?
So
So
you made 3,570. Okay.
yeah, so exactly 3,570, which is about 300%. So the concept of compounding is very important because what I have done and what other traders do as well, that when your account keeps on multiplying, you can, from every trade, you can take away a certain percentage of the profits and use it for yourself, and then reinvest the other, right? That's how your account grows. And no one was born a millionaire, right? They all started from the scratch. So that's the technique.
Can you do the same thing for January?
Sure. So you mean the compounding, right?
Either or both.
Yeah. So if let's say that was, you put in $1,000, so
Yeah,
about,
it's pretty good, man.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, $40, 260.
So
Maybe put zero put zero.
Yeah, you are looking at about 1,390. So if you do compounding, that should be about, I would say, 2,000 plus.
Sorry, how much is this? What's the total
So
for this
this
one?
is this is coming as $1,390, which is like 100%
Oh yeah,
plus
with
return.
$1,000, and that's just half the month.
Yeah. And I will show you something like right now today I have given 2 trades. Okay. So this is a coin called Sushi, and as we are speaking, you can see like you know that in since the past 2 or 3 days, everything has been pumped, like the crypto markets, the SPX as well. So as we are speaking, you can see that Bitcoin was rejected from the order block here. So
That's good.
So that's the power of the order block, right? So I just today I have given 2 trades, and I will just show you as an example.
Yeah. And so it's a short.
So they both are long actually.
Long, okay.
So it's given on the 3-day chart, so it will take few days to hit. Now you can see. So the problem is that retail investors don't realize that the big players don't want them to make money, and they only use them as a liquidity grab. So you can see here very clearly, if we were to draw a box, that this has ranged, okay? The price of Sushi ranged, and if I were to mark this area, so you can see the bottom was here, right? But the bottom was here, but there was a manipulation, and they had brought down the price of Sushi here. And this was only as a liquidity grab. That is, people would have placed their stop losses here, that the retail investors. So they were just trying to grab the liquidity here, the big players, and once they did it, the price went straight up. Now, over the reason why I have given this trade is that this is going to be a box pattern, which means that once the price hits this area, which is the orange rectangle, we are gonna go at about 1.82 and then about $2 as well. So the first target is about 1.6, and then if we cover that, we are going to 1.8, and then we are going to about $2. And then the other trade is again another cryptocurrency called KSM. You can look here that on the 3 days, it is giving us a double bottom pattern, which is again a bullish pattern. So it's making a double bottom, or you could call it a W pattern as well. So this will give us a return of about 30% on spot, and if you're using leverage about 2x or 3x, that makes about 60 to 90%, right? So the problem with retail investors is that, that's what I have seen, because I was part of a lot of groups, right? That they have like minuscule capital. They have like $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000. I've had people who start off with $500 as well, and they think that they can grow the account overnight. They can make $100,000 or $200,000 overnight, and they start using crazy leverage, which is about 20x, 10x, 15x, 25x. So those kind of things don't make sense. That's a problem, right? Because leverage kills you. In all of my trades, I ask people to just follow 2x or 3x. That's it. Now, I also use higher leverage. Like we did 2 trades recently for Atom and DYDX. We did use a leverage about 7 or 8x because I knew the market was pumping and Bitcoin was going up. So we just made the entry, and we took about 25 to 30% gain straight away. But like, to all the retail investors, they should not be using that higher leverage, because that increases the probability of your losses.
Yeah, but so you use like not a mental stop loss, but an actual stop loss, right?
Correct. Yeah. So this red, yeah. So for example, for this trade, the stop loss is about 25.20.
So we just need to, like, if I want to copy your trades, because like I'm not going to be able to do this TA that you're doing. So if I just want to copy your trades, I just need to learn how to place the order in Kucoin, basically.
Correct.
Right? So once I know how to do that, then it's going to be automatic.
So I will so you will get this screenshot in the Discord group, right? So this particular line, this is your entry, okay? This line is your stop loss, and this is your take profit. Now, what I tell people is that this take profit may or may not hit. This is at a 23%, okay? Okay. Now, if I zoom in a bit, and if we go on the lower time frame, let's say we go here and I disable this indicator. So if, let's say, you are like this, you are already profitable here, as you can see, right? I gave it a few hours ago, and this price is already here. So you have made about 2.58%, and on a leverage of 2x, that's about 5%, right? So on a $10,000, you're talking about $500 here, right? So I always tell people that if, let's say, the trade goes in profit, So, and the moment you hit about, let's say, 6% or 10% profit, you just close 25% of the trade, and then you start trailing your stop loss. The indicator that I tell people to use is an average true range trailing stops is available on TradingView. So they can just on the time frame that they're using, let's say it's daily, or if they're using a lower time frame, they can just put the stop loss here and then trail it accordingly, so that they can maximize their profit. So 25% of the trade is closed, the 75% is running, and you're trading the losses. That's all. That's how you maximize your winners.
Okay. Well, do you have tutorials on how to use Kucoin?
Yes, I do.
Well, okay, perfect.
So I have I have a YouTube channel as well. So I will be putting on more videos on that. And like whoever wants to join Kucoin, they will get instructions on how they can do it and how they can transfer the funds on Kucoin as well.
Perfect. Okay. Can we go back to January?
January,
Your
yeah, sure.
trade log.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, like I see the loss is 26%. Like if I'm putting $1,000 and I get a loss of 26%, that's $260 loss.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, actually, is it 260 negative? Put negative 260 here.
Yeah. So
what's the total?
870, 87%.
Yeah, so 87.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 260 alone is a lot compared to 26% of it. 26% is a lot, but
yeah. So
knowing that you're making it up quickly with other trades. So what does it look with the compound?
So with compounding, I think, let me check. So if let's say
what's good is you have that 25% winner between the three losses there, the 21 loss. Would have been different if it was three losses in a row.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. So I think that should be about.
And then this one, what you can do the time is 79%.
Yeah.
Nice. We agree on math.
We have to, right? No other choice.
96.
Sorry, that was my bad.
So from 2,200 to 1,600, yeah, it dropped fast, but yeah. But you gotta, okay.
So,
and this is just half the month, huh?
Yeah, this is just a half the month, and I think the Sushi and KSM long where you give us good returns.
Oh, you closed that one? Okay, yeah. Damn, followed by three losses. Why?
So they were scalp trades. So the stop loss was
OP.
Yeah. So we were just playing with it.
Do you ever have like scenarios where your stop loss triggers, but then it reverses and it would have been a good winner, or is it always?
Yes, there is. So that's a very good point that you've raised. So I go by a very strict framework, right? So we have a stop loss, and there could be a chance that if the stop loss wouldn't be there, the trade would have turned into a winner. But as per the framework, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So compounding ending balance would be $1,754.
See, normally I don't trust in crypto, but what's making me want to do the exact same trade is that you have like 19 months. Like I have like a fact in front of me, the fact that you did it, you showed me your trades. But I know I'm not able to do it myself, so that's why I'm willing to copy your trades, but I'm gonna start with a small amount.
So that's what I tell everyone, that only invest an amount that you can afford to lose, number one.
Because crypto,
so crypto is the reason why people are scared to invest in crypto is there have been so many frauds, right? So there have been so many frauds, there have been so many Ponzi schemes as well. So the first is that you just invest an amount that you can afford to lose, and whatever capital you start with. Let's say even if you start with $1,000, so like you have to split that capital into smaller chunks, and you should have a capital of 3 trades at a time, because whatever trades I am taking, I will post that into the group, and I'm not taking more than 3 trades at a time. That is, active trades are only 3, and this is what's different This is the difference as compared to other traders. What they do is, if let's say the market is breaking out, they will send 10 or 15 signals straight ahead. But not everyone can take 15 trades at a time. So I just focus on 3 trades at a time at maximum. That is what people can usually take, and that's all.
Okay.
And you raise a very valid point as well regarding being not regarding being very uncomfortable with crypto, because even the exchanges, for example, the recent collapse of FTX exchange, right? It had got billions of dollars, and overnight it came down to zero. So what I tell everyone is that whatever funds you have, just have the funds that you want to trade with in the exchange, and any other funds that you have available for crypto. There are cold wallets, like there's one by Nano Ledger. They can just keep the funds within that cold wallet.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start with like maybe $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I just paid down my mortgage, and so I took all my like emergency fund and paid down my mortgage.
Yeah.
And switched my mortgage.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have had more to trade. And now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have done that. Took the money, made money from it to pay the high interest mortgage. You know what I mean? But whatever.
But trust me, it's a very wise decision to pay down your mortgage, man.
Yeah.
That's the first priority.
I know it's not a good financial decision. It's more of a like a stress decision, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
More of a qualitative decision.
That's
Because
right.
I didn't like the stress. I didn't like the fact that my ability to pay my mortgage was in the hands of people in the government that for some reason decide they want to increase the interest rate to fight inflation. The inflation that they actually caused themselves with their own programs and plans and lockdowns and whatever. So yeah, so it was more like a stress decision. But yeah, so I'll start off with small, and like with the returns you showed me, like I'll be making maybe another 2,000. If I start with 2,000, I can make 2,000 per month. That's pretty good. I'll be happy with that. And then if it's going well, I'll add more capital.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not gonna put it in a nano ledger. I'm just gonna withdraw. I'm gonna withdraw.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's more for people like who think that they will hold or they will invest for spot holds, right? Like $50,000, $60,000. So that's what it is.
How much time a day do you spend on this?
So because I have been doing this for over 5 years now, Shihab, so like it doesn't take me long. I just look at this chart, and I would say roughly I spend about 25 to 35 minutes a day scanning the charts, and if anything clicks, I just go ahead and give the trade in the group. That's all.
And you have a watch list already of
yes
of the coins? Okay. How big is your watch list?
I can share that with you.
Or just tell me how many, like.
Yeah, so it's right here. So that's all the watch.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
crazy.
That's the watch list we're looking at. So yeah, so it's good, right? Because the thing is that I want people to achieve financial freedom. I see so many people being into financial problems. They're unable to pay down their mortgage, or they're stuck with credit cards debt. So that's the thing that I'm trying to avoid, and that's because everyone wants peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
And
so that was a question I was gonna ask, like, why share your trades? Why not keep it to yourself? But yeah, I guess
because I'm making money, right? So like if I know something and I really worked hard for this, so if I can help others make money and get rid of their financial problems, then why not? Like I work every day as well, like, but I don't work for the money, because I have a setup where the money is being minted, right?
Yeah.
It's just to keep myself busy. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll share you send me the Discord link, right? I'll share the Discord link.
I will send that to you. Yeah.
I'll link it in the description below the video. So if anyone wants to sign up, And obviously they can cancel anytime. You said
Of
they can
course.
try for 3 months. If they're not profitable, you'll
Yeah,
refund
like
them.
even if they're not happy in 1 month, they will get the money back. Like by being happy, I'm like, if let's say they're making negative returns, right? So in the last 19 months, I never had a month where it was red, like the net position was
Exactly.
red.
That's
Yeah,
what
so
that's the first
it's
question I
like,
asked you.
yeah,
Yeah.
so let's say they put in $1,000 or $5,000, and they end up at the end of the month at 4,000 or 3,000 or 2,000. Then I am accountable, right? But by no means I'm not a certified financial planner or an advisor. It's just something that I came upon and I work
You're just
for.
sharing your trades,
And yeah,
but
I'm just sharing my trade and my
but
knowledge as well.
everyone has it's at everyone's risk. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah.
but if you're making profit, and it's hard for someone else to lose, unless they're
And
not copying all your trades and they just
yeah,
happen to
so
fall on your losing trades.
exactly. So if let's say
Or
I gave a trade signal today and someone enters a trade tomorrow morning and then they end up losing money, then that's not our
yeah, it's
responsibility,
not your
right?
trade.
Yeah.
Or if they change the stop loss a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it has to be exact because everything is calculated, right? We have different mechanisms. So
And they
it
have
has
to
to,
respect, yeah.
yeah, they have to respect the
They have
levels.
to respect the winners too, because
Yeah, definitely.
the winners have to be big enough to pay for the losers eventually.
Correct.
Because the
Correct.
losers
Yeah.
will happen.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, losers will happen eventually, right? Because every single trader they have losers, but we have to contain the losers. That's all.
Send me, if you have a Trading View affiliate link, send it to me as well.
Yes,
I'll
I
put,
do.
put
I
it
will.
in.
I will send that to you.
I'll put it in the description below the video as well.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm very hopeful,
Thanks a lot
even
for
though it
your help,
doesn't
for
show
your
on my
time.
face.
It was great speaking to you, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot for sharing, and I'm really
Anytime.
hopeful about it. If
Yeah.
like I hope
If it
hope
works,
this can
right? If
help
it works.
allow people to achieve financial freedom seriously.
Yeah.
Like, what's the risk? What do you think can go wrong with this? Like, what's the risk moving forward? Like,
So
does it, at
crypto,
some point do you feel like it's too good to be true, or like how do you feel about this?
like it's something, it's working for me, right? So like, and I am making money. So if let's say I'm trading with 10,000 or 30,000 or $50,000, I am making money. So I like, if something has worked and this thing is to stay here, it will not disappear. It will not go away. There are within the space, there are fraudulent schemes, there are Ponzi schemes, but we are trying. We filter those things down, right? If something comes up, we won't get into that. So the risk moving forward, I don't see any risk, unless you invest $100,000 and you just let it sit somewhere, and that particular coin just disappears. Like there was a Luna crash, somewhere mid 2022, where Luna was a very high profile cryptocurrency, and there was a big fraud that was involved, and it came down crashing, and within a few days it was valued at $1 or even less.
Yeah,
So as so yeah, so
but
sorry to
this is
interrupt.
trading. We're not investing.
Yeah,
We're trading here.
exactly.
You
So
don't
with
even
with
care. You
trading,
don't even care about
yeah,
the coin
exactly.
because
So
you're just in and out, really.
so
Yeah.
that's why I like this, because you, like you said, you just go in, you just come out, right? You're not investing for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. There's a specified time period, whether a trade hits in a day, a two, or three, or maybe it could hit within a few hours. You're
You're
done, and that's it.
you're just taking advantage of the movement. You don't care about the fundamentals of the
Correct.
coin, whatever
Exactly.
whatever it
Exactly.
represents. Yeah.
Precisely. Precisely.
Perfect. All right. All right, Faraz. Thanks a lot.
All right.
I'll
Thank
put the
you.
links. I'll put the links in the description below the video.
Sounds good, man. Thanks a lot for your time.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thanks a lot. Good
Take
night.
care.